The black square showing.
There it is. Oh, Corvette. Goodbye.
It's actually
Actually, it says
Scooby.
goodbye.
It says
Purchased
Scooby.
by somebody wanted to show that he had money, but actually doesn't have any money because he's either renting here or buying a townhome,
That's
which
what it
is
says,
okay.
That's what it says goodbye. As in goodbye in Corvette in like 5 years when it gets repossessed.
You know, I had a Corvette when I was 22, right, Steph?
Oh yeah.
I had a '78
Sure you
Corvette with turbo window.
You also told me about the truck you had.
I had a Chevy Love, a yellow Chevy Love, and I had a Ford Ranger.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I did. And I had a Toyota truck.
Uh-huh.
And now I have the Zero.
That's the thing I don't get about cars. Why do you want to buy a fancy car if in the end all that matters is if it drives one place and drives another place?
What do you mean?
I mean, sure, those Corvettes look fancy, but you have to go the same speed as everyone else.
They're high mileage. They're high maintenance, I mean, not high mileage.
Even worse. What would you want that for? Confident work on the car?
It's prestige, some kind of honor code or something.
Okay, what kind of honor code do you get just because you want a fancy car? I don't give you honor. You know, I'd give you honor for
What's that?
making me a ham
This
sandwich.
thing working?
Yeah, it is. See, it's working. The lights blinking.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you honor
Hope
for
it is.
making a ham sandwich.
Huh.
I'll give you honor for it. That's a joke. It's like, you can't impress people. You shouldn't, in this world, you shouldn't be impressed.
By
stuff that
by
people can
people
buy.
trying to impress you.
You shouldn't be impressed by stuff people need to buy. Because the thing is, I think, I mean, of course, it's a thing where if you work hard,
It's
you'll
a
earn
status. It's a status thing, you know.
yeah, but like,
But who are you impressing?
who are you impressing really? Like,
Let's beat the Joneses.
Mhm.
Oh, he's got one. I want one too. Oh.
in reality, imagine this, like, you have...
Oh, people are gonna say, "Oh, you're jealous because you don't have one."
No,
I go like,
no.
"Oh, well, hey, if somebody gave me one, I wasn't gonna refuse it, okay? But I mean, for me to actually go out and buy one, or buy a Maserati, or now like now that I'm like 69, 59, not 69, yeah, to buy a big old Hummer or something with a family. My family's already, grown and everything. I just got this little whippersnapper behind me, but it wouldn't make sense financially or family-wise. It just wouldn't make sense. But anyway, I'm sorry I broke your thought. Just
You
continue.
didn't break anything of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, no, the thing is, I'm not impressed that you have money to buy something.
Mhm.
I'm only impressed by what you can do, or what you did to earn that money. I'm not impressed by what you buy. Like, my dad hit this old man. What do you used to do? You used to be an inspector.
Oh, well, yeah, I used to be a welding inspector.
And he's been to some dangerous places.
Some
Like,
dams. I've been up on top of refineries. I've been on top of paper mills. I've been in cranes. I've been in boats. I've been in the bottom of boats and the top of boats when they were dry docked. I inspected boats when they were in actually being built and in different in the halls and any section that they needed repaired, and it was pretty claustrophobic at the time. But I did what I had to do.
Did you have a Corvette?
I had a Corvette when I was younger, and I worked at General Dynamics, and I told my dad, you know what I'm going to do, and I told one of my best friends at the time, because I said, my goal was to own a Corvette. And so I set my sights on it, and I looked at all the newspapers, I looked at the LA Times, I was constantly searching, and I found all kinds.
Like the classifieds?
Yeah.
Find like a used car?
Yeah, exactly. It was a used car. It was a 1978 yellow Corvette, and it had a T-top and a turbo turbo rear window with a glove compartment, and it had the telescoping steering wheel, and I loved it. But you know what? The upkeep and the insurance and the general maintenance was just astronomical, and it had true spokes too. As a matter of fact,
And what ended up happening to it?
I traded it in for a stupid truck. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. It really was. I mean, we do a lot of stupid things, and that was one of them. But you know what? In a way, I met your mom on that truck, and I had, that truck really served me pretty good. It served me all the way up to moving and getting married and everything in that truck. And there's reasons for everything. That's the sovereignty. Again, we go back to sovereignty of God. Sovereignty of God. It's not what you want. It's what's meant for you in the cards. And things happen for a reason, and it's going to happen one way or another. You could fight it all you want, but if you're meant to die a certain way, you're going to die. Whether it's getting hit by a car or not. And people can argue with me any way they want. If they're trying to avoid death, like me, I have cancer. Okay, woo, whoopee! In a way, I kind of like hit the lotto, because I spend time with my family now. If I wasn't with my family right now, I'd be working, and we're doing okay. We're managing. We live very well. We live within our means, and we enjoy life. We just finished having a carne asada barbecue outside, man. And I had myself a brewski and everything. And hey, it's just like any other day, and I appreciate that. And have my kids. I enjoy my kids. Enjoy my time with my family. I can make calls. I get on my emails. I get on my Facebook. I contact family. Family's number one. People don't realize how much you really need family. You really do, and you really don't. I mean, you can do it without them. I mean, that's a for sure fact. But it's sure hell of a lot better to have family that you can share things with.
Yep.
But it is what it is. Sometimes it is what it is.
What you just said about the live within your means. I remember talking about that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it made me think about something that one of my sisters said today.
Go.
About how, so there's this like a contest or something, and it's a charity. It's a charity bid auction. And it's getting hosted by famous people.
Okay, are you talking about the one with Wilson?
The football player, yeah.
And Sierra, his wife?
Yep. We weren't supposed to say names because of...
Oh, sorry.
But anyways.
The Seattle Seahawks guy and the singer? All right.
What happened was, my sisters asked the question, why don't they donate some of their money?
Right.
And the thing is, and that made me think a little bit. Because think about it, okay? We're not talking about them specifically, but
right.
like, imagine billionaires, okay?
Right.
Well, the thing is, they don't really have, just because they're billionaires doesn't mean they have billions of dollars at hand.
Right.
They have their money in their business, they have their money in their assets. That's how they get the title billionaire.
Right.
Because you can't like anybody. Like, even if you were like a high-end worker, like, people wouldn't expect you to walk up to you and be like, hey, can I have $1,000? And you have $1,000 in cash right there.
Right.
It doesn't work like that. It never works like that. But because I know that back in 2019, there was a giant charity event where they wanted to raise $20 million to plant 20 million trees.
Yeah.
And they succeeded. They went over it and went over their goal. And a lot of the rich people, at most, like Elon Musk, I can say his name because he's too powerful.
Right.
You know how rich he is.
Yeah.
He gave $500,000.
Wow.
And people were like, why not $1 million?
Right.
And it's like, because it doesn't work like that.
Right.
People don't really drop, just because you're a millionaire, you still have to sort out your funds.
I agree with you.
You're just like us. You have to make it some sort of like even most millionaires have some sort of like either accountant or something
Right.
to talk to make sure they live within their means.
Exactly.
Sure, you have the flamboyant ones who don't live within their means. And
Like MC Hammer,
yeah, like the rappers who get big or something like that.
50 Cent,
Like sure, those people are done with their money,
and Cher.
but
Don't forget Billy Joel.
the thing is, everyone at every monetary level can be bad with their money.
That's
And
true.
same thing, everyone at every monetary level
Right.
needs to be careful with their
Right.
money.
If you're living within your means, it means you're living in a house that you can afford, and you're living within your means. But
I mean,
if
you're
you're
not buying too many
right,
extravagant things.
right. So, but if you're a millionaire or a trillionaire, whatever you are, then you're living in a $1 million home that you can afford. And it's the same thing. I mean, the money just equates the same way.
Yes,
It equates the same way.
Exactly, it equates because like just because like just like us, like sure we don't have like sure we're not rich, but all our money is within the stuff we own and the cars and whatever is in the bank.
Right.
That's how it works. It's
Exactly.
always works.
And that's how it's going to work. As long as you have cash flow, you're cool.
Exactly.
Well,
And just like how you wouldn't want to spend your whole paycheck on one thing,
exactly.
the millionaires can't drop $1 million on one thing
Right.
because that's not how it works.
Oh, look
man.
at, they got that mosquitoes out